Alright, welcome back to round 3 of the Golden League 2 for Age of Empires 4, and we've got LucifroN here on the Mongols in the yellow trunks, up against 3DB on the Mongols as well, in the blue trunks. So we're here on Holy Island, Tournament Edition. A lot of gold over here for B, actually. LucifroN has also got a reasonable amount of gold here. I mean, as long as he can try and get control of this, I think he should be right, or either that or these gold mines here. But I mean, it's always annoying trying to secure resources right up against the waterline, because you've not only got to keep it safe from the land, you've also got to maintain water dominance. So I got LucifroN going for his dock. B's killed a sheep out in the middle of nowhere. We go for a barracks already. So already seeing a bit of a difference in our players' builds in spite of the mirror match. So B, early barracks and early Ovu. LucifroN gonna start on fishing boat production, getting an outpost on the shoreline as well, because you can always leave this villager here fishing and then garrison it to actually have a bit of a damage, well, a bit of a static defense there. Bearing in mind, both our players can actually up and move the majority of their structures. B's even had to go right next to that one tree just to maximize the amount of woodcutting he did there. At the same time, I don't know why he's killed the sheep over in the middle of nowhere here. Might have just been nerves. So B gonna notice this dock, and I mean, you're probably anticipating either dock first or barracks then dock, so that'll be why he's opting to do something like this. And he'll probably be looking to go for a dock himself behind all this. So LucifroN just fishing through things at the moment. He's not worrying about garrisoning. Oh, there he is. He's going to garrison. So B's Khan not going to be able to stick around here. These villagers coming up to support this, because B's going to produce a few more spears and probably attempt to try and sack this. The spearmen actually having their movement speed. Maneuvering arrow to try and deal that little bit more damage to the workers. Not able to pick any off, but you're going to get some more sheep. LucifroN just keeping tabs on things here. Trying to go for his age up by the look of it, rather than worrying about getting an early barracks and trying to defend this. Single spearman. Probably going to have to try and regroup with the army here. LucifroN, be careful to not get his Khan surrounded here. But it's buying him the time to get the age 2. Or B, just stuck producing spearmen for the time being. Hasn't really added much else. It's actually down by 4. Oh yeah, 4 worker bot, because he hasn't got any fishing ships. I was going to say he hasn't been making villages. Let's see if I'm going to go for his deer stones. So right now he's up on eco pop, but well down on any form of army. He's actually not able to fish with these guys for the time being. With 8 spears, looks like B's going to be able to take out this outpost. Have some more villagers coming in to support this as well. Nice micro there by LucifroN. Just delaying the amount of damage the outpost is taking and fitting in a small amount of repair. B's forced to bring some villagers across here, but it's going to mean that he can really threaten the 5 villagers of LucifroN here. So some of them are starting to be, well, one of them's gotten picked off. Now B going to be able to finish off the dock potentially before LucifroN can get that warship out. So 4 out of 5 of the villagers going down. There's still some spears supporting these villagers for B. Taking out this dock. It looks like the light junk is going to finish though. B, obviously, only just starting to get his H2 now. Still streaming spears across. That light junk gonna be a bit of a pain because it will deal area damage. B bringing back the villagers. He doesn't want to lose those. He's got enough spearmen to at least get this burning down. So LucifroN getting a range. B will be eager to age up as quickly as he can here, because he can't fight spears versus range, well, versus archers for very long at all. He needs to try and get horsemen out. Actually, no, he's Mongols, that's right, he doesn't need to age up to get horsemen. But he should, because upgrades. Age 1 horsemen aren't as strong as age 2 horsemen. But even still, that dock falls. So all the fishing eco for LucifroN coming to a screaming halt, and he has lost a bunch of villagers trying to defend his dock, while B now going on the water. It should be right just to build a go here. So now B has the technological advantage with the archers, but still has to get a couple more units out to actually really repel B here without having to kite endlessly. Smart of B to leave a single spear here just to clean up any villager that might be coming through to try and build the dock. It looks like the villager's going to be safe actually, with the support of these archers. Now B actually moving the girl and the villagers back. It's actually making spears work versus archers here. LucifroN's going to be careful because he's fighting an uphill battle in terms of unit count. It's the villager that's going to get picked off here. It's going to delay the eco even further. A couple more villagers being forced up here to get this finished. I think this has been worth it for B, even though he's lost a lot of military out of this. He's definitely up on economy at the moment. What's he doing with these idlers though? Trying to go for the... get the Garo over here. So B's age up. Finishing up now. Going for that stables. On LucifroN at the moment. A lot of food in the bank actually. Not really producing any archers at the moment. He's just going to try and go for castle age, LucifroN. Or B. Going to start producing a war junk now, so that'll be stronger than an individual light junk. Although we are going to see war junk production here from LucifroN. I'll take it back. He's not on the gold castle yet. He's on the gold just to get warships and keep producing fishing boats out of the second dock. Well, looks like B's eager to try and hit a bit harder on the land here. He's going up to 3 production facilities. He's already got that stables finished. Going to add a range as well, while LucifroN range and barracks, no stables just yet for him. So you're going to try and pick off the light junk, but LucifroN's already got a war junk and an explosive junk, so B's probably best off trying to get on top of these fishing boats as quickly as he can here. Doesn't have any fishing economy of his own. And now the eco pop's starting to slowly favour LucifroN again. The horseman going to be a pain because LucifroN can't really save the Khan. Going to have to keep the archers back at home until he has some melee of his own. He's now got a light junk here as well. Getting arrow slits as well. And maybe he's really forcing LucifroN into just producing war junks to try and fight over here. He's actually going to try and take a pot shot with his horsemen. Be able to get one of these villages if he's lucky. Yeah, he will be able to. In fact, he could be able to get both of them. And meanwhile, the war junks tied up trying to kill the horsemen aren't attacking their opponents on the water here. They're trying to harass with the Khan, just to get a little bit more health off those villagers. Bearing in mind, LucifroN has that little archer ball as well, so the Khan not really able to stick around there. One of the horsemen going down there, so a nice kill for LucifroN. B starting to get some archers of his own. Idle villagers here for him though, that's not good. Oh, he's going to bring them over onto this hunt by the look of it. LucifroN amassing a little bit more of a navy. B actually down on the war junk count here. And now it's LucifroN making a bit of a shove on the land here. Looks like B's able to keep all of his villagers safe. It is going to cost him a lot of gathering time. As long as he's able to pick off the spears, he can send the horsemen in and he should be able to collapse on top of these archers pretty easily. LucifroN's going to try and focus down villagers here. He's going to be able to get one or two. LucifroN having to retreat, really only able to get a villager out of that. Just making fishing boats now. He attempting to go in there, but the explosive junk not really getting any value, I don't think. More units for LucifroN here. So B's now the one that's in retreat. Piracy coming in for LucifroN. So this could be worth it, but bearing in mind you've got to destroy, what's that, 357? 7 warships to actually get the value out of that, to get it to pay back. Or 7 ships. I don't believe B's worried about taking it yet. LucifroN's definitely got a bigger navy too. I think that accounts for most of the military difference here. In fact, B now with a second range. LucifroN adding a stables. B can just look at adding upgraded spearmen to the mix once LucifroN adds a handful of horsemen here. B actually going to start going for a little bit of fishing, not worrying about over-investing in his navy. He knows he's sort of got LucifroN to the point where he's invested a lot more in a navy, but isn't really looking at just shoving yet. So LucifroN's eager to punish B's navy right now, but I think B holds the cards on the land for the time being. He's still up by that one range. He restarted his... Yeah, he's restarting his spearman production as well, because he knows LucifroN's now starting to make all those horsemen. And meanwhile, it looks like B is going to try and get some good damage on the land army of LucifroN here. LucifroN, good awareness to not have the explosive junk go off on his land units. One of his cavalry being caught out there. LucifroN definitely looking dominant on the water, but on the land I think things are possibly telling a different story here. That's a huge archer ball here for B at the moment. There doesn't seem to really be too many horsemen here for LucifroN just yet. Like the navy for LucifroN, having to back off in the face of all those explosive ships. So B's war junks even offer a little bit of support here for B's land army, and now he's really pulling ahead on military count over LucifroN, whose eco count is sort of inflated because he's got so many fishing boats already. But he's only up by 2 actual eco pops, so he's definitely behind on villages here, and just on land units in general. Nice hit there from an explosive ship by B, taking out a couple of warships of LucifroN's. LucifroN is going to have to dig deep to come back from this now. He's going for a defensive tower, getting arrows that's on it too, making it very tough for just an archer ball to try and continue to push into. Now, B's possibly got to look at going to castle, or even just trying to surround his opponent or get rams here. LucifroN trying to move the town center, but he's actually interrupted it, trying to shift all these villages across, so this is holding him up a little bit. While B is really continuing to apply the pressure here. And LucifroN's taken out B's water now, killed a couple of villages in the process too. That's great for him. This is a massive dock investment for him. Now he's got all these guys back to work here. Got everything parked on top of the villages here. And he's got just about his entire land economy there. Explosive ships popping out for LucifroN, but they're just a little too slow to actually pick off any land units there. B still has something resembling of a navy here. I think it's definitely the weaker navy, and now he's only just adding docks to back it up. But LucifroN is tentative to engage because he knows he's at a bit of a disadvantage on the land here, and he needs to make sure that he's able to defend against what's about to happen here with B getting some rams. Going to take out the Ovu and then look at taking out the docks and then collapsing on the main base. LucifroN deciding he might have to risk it for the biscuit here and fight B's navy and put him behind on the water here, but that does also mean that there's really only a couple of war junks to deal with the battering rams, and LucifroN's docks are basically cut off from his land army unless he can muster up the forces to actually repel B here. So these war junks are never going to take down these battering rams on their own. It looks like B, with his own 3 dock setup, has just managed to make his way back into it here. Saving one of his war junks too. B really starting to punish LucifroN now. Smaller eco, but definitely larger military, more imposing military at the moment. LucifroN creeping ahead on the water once again somehow, even though he's only down to the 1 dock. He's managed to pump out a couple more explosive junks here, but now that water eco just about done and dusted for LucifroN here. And he's now trailing on military population by 15, so it'll be quite tough because B is eager to try and seal the deal here, I think. Not worrying about going to... Oh, he might be going to the castle behind this, but eager to just see how this fight pans out first. Looks like LucifroN now pulling ahead on the water, but he's already taken out his water in response and has a very impressive land army. LucifroN having to take fights under his outposts as best he can. A lot of villages garrisoned here for LucifroN. Now B's rams able to join in. LucifroN attempting to go for 3 docks at the top once again, but now with the rams assisting, when things evening up on the water once again, because B's been able to produce warships through all this while LucifroN hasn't. So, and B just going to try and keep an eye on things up here. A lot of idle fishing boats here for LucifroN, 16 idlers. Not much of a front line left for B on the land here, but he still has an imposing bowman count. archer count, sorry, I should say. With the rams, he should be able to take out these towers. Force LucifroN to try and fight a bit of an uphill battle here. More villagers going down. Idlers there for LucifroN. He's trying to get his docks up here, but he's going to lose a couple of villagers for his troubles. He should be able to actually bring one of these over here soon too. LucifroN going for Castle Age now, but it looks like B's just happy to commit to feudal pushing here. He's got the gold to go castle, but still a way off in the food. But B's going to catch a lot of these villagers now, while LucifroN attempting to go for Castle Age. So this is huge. LucifroN tapping out there, and B locks up the scores at 1-1.